record. It is recording, I think. I don't know. Anyways, welcome everyone. Today we're using Zoom and we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to have a bunch of different metal musicians from all across the country and even the world. Just wait. And we're just going to do a quick little nice conversation, just a fun little thing for you all at home. We have one ready to go. A bit early, I'm going to say. We're going to be joined with Chris Rowan of Nepenthe right now. So we're just waiting for him to join in, and let's just make this a priority now. And he's here. Hey, okay, 1 minute.
Heyo.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
Not too much. I just got some more music equipment today, so I just tore apart my whole entire audio setup at home and redid it. And I was just hopping on just to make sure it would work, and then you opened up the meeting portal. I was like, I'll join.
Well, I was just like, okay, well, you know what? Half an hour, why not?
Yeah.
Only a half an hour.
But I've gotten the rack.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
The rack, and then got a little guy there that interfaces a bunch of it, but there's some serious money invested in the setup. So
it looks beautiful, man. First off, how have you been?
I've been doing pretty good, yeah. Actually, yeah. I don't know, just staying alive, drinking beers, you know.
Oh yeah, doing the typical stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're having our the first band rehearsal since the COVID thing tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you'll expect to see something from us in some time in the future.
Okay.
In the next 2 months or so. If we can actually finish these fucking mixes. It's been like we've been done recording this fucking thing since like early or late January, early February, and we've just been bickering about mixes. It's like, no, I want that changed. Oh, that's bring that back. I like that the first time around. It's like,
Well, I can understand where you are all coming from. Like this is your first case. You want it to be the best possible thing.
Oh yeah, we're hella proud in the songs. Alex has done a fucking amazing job recording it.
Now, hopefully, he'll be joining us later on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
You're gonna get the Mr. Snape. Did you get Liam by any chance?
No, damn. No, I did not.
Send him a message. Hey, fucker, just join on.
Who, you or me?
No, Liam.
Liam,
yeah. Yeah.
No, I just
call him a big fucko and tell him to get on.
I would if I knew him, but
I
haven't talked to him. So
yeah.
No, I don't know who all is joining, but there is a bunch of people that know of it. And I'm pretty sure a guy from Malaysia is joining the call.
From Malaysia?
From Malaysia.
Malaysia.
I'm just like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah. Metal around the world. It's always fun.
Exactly. This is just a fun little thing to do just because, to be honest, it's getting bored talking to my mom, my stepdad, and my brother.
Yeah, I can understand that. So I'm still kind of like somewhat cleaning up from tearing apart my audio setup.
Oh, it is all
it's all good. It's a fucking mess right now.
We have another person joining us. It's just entitled Dawn. Oh wait, no, never mind. They left.
Oof.
Hello.
Yeah, I went out this morning, met this guy, got 2 rack mount EQs. I got one for the rehearsal space, one for my home rack, and then came home, tore everything apart, looked at the time, was like, oh shit, I better get a move on. Let's get this done before it's too late.
Well, you outdid yourself because you just decided, you know what? Fuck it, I'll be early.
Well, no, I knew I'd be able to test everything, made sure I had everything hooked up right. If I just like hopped, it's like, click the Zoom meeting, I can test everything in there. It'll be fine.
So you weren't expecting me to just say,
no, I was expecting you like 10 minutes before the time just to hop on and open up the room.
No, I saw you in there. It's just like, oh, I shouldn't keep him waiting.
Yeah.
Just let you in. And we now wait to see who else will be joining us.
What other buckaroos join this quest?
I've sent a lot of messages out. I know a couple guys from out west. I sent one out east. Majority of people I've sent this to is from Ontario.
You should just hit them with a reminder like, hey, this is happening sometime. This is happening. Just a reminder. Just like anyone who sent like the private message to, just like send a reminder message. Just, hey, buckos.
True enough. I'll go do that now before I forget.
Do. So did you do you live somewhat close to Mohawk College then?
Yeah, somewhat.
All right.
Oh, that would just be me. I tagged you in it.
Yeah, I saw the notification come up on the computer.
No, I live like, I want to say 10 minutes from where I am right now. Away from college.
Yeah. My girlfriend or my ex now used to live on West 4th Street.
Really?
Yeah, like a 5-minute walk from the college. So I always wondered, because I knew you lived in Hamilton and you went to Mohawk, because like I was always wondering how close you actually were to the college.
I've always been a bus ride away.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, most things in Hamilton are bus ride away. It's how public transit works, you know.
Okay. I'll be a bit more specific. The actual bus that goes directly to Mohawk was by my house, so very, very convenient.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, I just can't believe my school year ended the way it did.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So are you supposed to be going back like next year for this?
No, I am officially graduated.
You're graduated now. All right.
Yes, because there will be no ceremony right now.
Right. I was thinking, with you doing like the Thrashers Paradise stuff, you should approach the university stations and see if you can get like syndicate stations playing it. Because I used to volunteer a lot at CFRU, right? And that's a community-based radio station. So you would apply to have a radio show there, and they'd say yay or nay. Most of the time, the vast majority was just yay. They're only really looking forward to looking at, do you have an idea of what you want to do for the radio show? And then you just have the same time slot, and you can just send an MP3 of like the show, and they just put it on the air for you. Like I know the one around town, it's what's his name? He's been doing it for ages. It's called Forever Death.
Okay. Because I have one at Mohawk, and I wouldn't mind branching off into other universities too if I can get played in more than one location.
Yeah. Fuck. What's this guy's name again? I think it's like Dean something. Yeah, Dean Hewitt or Yunt, something like that. Anyways, nice guy. It's been volunteering there. He kind of has, it's like a Wednesday at like 10 o'clock or something. Super nice guy. But you just send them like an email, like see it for you an email, just saying, hey, I'm interested in doing programming, blah blah blah. I have experience with radio. I'm wanting to do like a community-based radio show. Just say that and send like an example of like what your show is, and then they'll give you the yay or nay on it. You can just also like send it emails to other radio stations or community ones at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a while there, I guess it was last summer, I did one called the Ontario Underground.
That's a big name for a show.
Yeah, and it was just mostly just playing Ontario metal bands and bands that were visiting. Like if it was a band was like Flub came down for Guelph Death Fest, and I did a big show of just playing all the Guelph Death Fest bands and stuff like that.
Sweet, and we have someone joining us. We have Chris Taylor, who is in charge of Battle Jacket Productions or Battle Vest Productions out in Kitchener. Let's see if he...
Oh, give him a minute.
Yeah, this is the fun part, waiting.
Oh, yeah. He's muted right now.
I'm working out.
There you go.
On it. Hey.
Hang on, I'm just trying to get all this shit put together. There we go.
That is a beautiful background.
Thank you. Here, let me make some space. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
From a VHS tape I used to own called The Secrets of Chinese Lovemaking. Don't ask too many questions.
Whoa.
Supposedly this guy in the middle could lift like 50 pounds with his junk. So, yeah, he's got like a cinder block. Anyways, yeah.
Now it's a party.
Right? How's it going, guys?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sweaty, but good. You know, fucking.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 goddamn degrees up here.
I like how it's the 3 C's.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And then our last names, the first initials.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
You're right. Let's start it now. We don't need anybody else.
No, this is the real party right now.
Yeah.
So, have the two Chris's met before? That's my first question.
I don't think we have.
I'm sure I've seen you somewhere.
I go to a lot of shows.
That's
around.
probably it. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the last, the Space Pope one.
Oh yeah, we put that show on. That's probably where. Yeah.
Then I play in Nepenthe, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Releasing music soon.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get our shit together and stop bickering.
Fingers crossed, man.
Well, no. I interviewed this one band a couple months ago, and the lead singer told me they had everything ready, but the record label they were signed to wouldn't let them release it.
Weird.
And then like 2 days ago, they announced the album. So you can pre-order your Abyss CDs by Unleash the Archers now on Indie Merch or Nepenthe.
Okay, all right.
Wait. Was that really?
Yeah, it's
Napalm were being dicks to them.
Well, no.
Right.
It is legit documented in the interview. She went on record to say they wouldn't let them release it yet because of what was happening and places not being open to properly
release it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They didn't want a Trolls 2 World Tour situation, you know.
A Trolls 2. Wait, I thought that was the third one.
Or whatever it was. Trolls World Tour.
Yeah, that
weird film that's going to bring down the cinema industry.
I thought that was the Emoji Movie.
No, that was a art.
One sec, guys.
That was the pinnacle of art.
Right. Okay, so Emoji Movie was pure art.
Yeah, no, it was like it's it's the peak of art.
Would you say it was the greatest movie to ever grace the silver screen?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it in theaters.
You saw it in theaters.
I did. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we knew we needed to go see this art in the theaters and experience it properly. And then one of our coworkers at the time had their baby on the release date. So we always remember her child's birthday because of this monument time.
That is so hilarious. Light on. Boom. That is just
It's just one of those things. It's just like, ah.
And as we wait for Chris to make his next move with his... Oh!
We'll go none. There we go. That's back to normal. Done goofing around, Done goofing.
Ah.
No more goofing around. It's all serious business now, boys.
Yes, this is very serious. As the 3 C's are here to talk about something very important.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure anymore.
It's just going to devolve into some heinous talking.
I love heinous talk.
Heinous talking is the only kind of talking that matters.
Heinous is my favorite kind of anus.
Hey!
Oh. Oh.
Oh my.
Oh. That quivers my monocle.
Oh boy.
Oh damn. That is too funny.
All right. So what is our plan for today? What are we talking about?
Yeah, what
We're-
doing here?
What are we doing?
We're just
You made me summon these fine gentlemen behind me.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just a fun little thing to do because
Okay.
I'm kind of getting tired of talking to my mom, my stepdad, and my
Yeah.
since quarantine has started. So this is just a fun little thing to do, and maybe you get to meet some new people out
Okay.
to make new friends.
I'm into all of those things.
So we're basically recreating Anchorman 2.
Oh God. I'll take that over Paul Blart too.
Don't worry.
Dibs on being the mall. Yeah, I accept your friend request.
There we go. Yes, there we go.
Oh no, he's gonna see all my memes.
Oh no, I better unadd him.
Yeah, quick.
Shit.
No,
Quick, I
they're
didn't
good.
know he was
They're
one of
good
those
memes.
memers.
They're good memes. They're good memes.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of those memers.
I got enough of those.
What do they call them? Shitlords?
Yeah, I have enough of those in my life.
Oh my God, yeah.
Believe me, memes are what keep the world sane.
It's true. What did we do before memes?
There were memes. There's been memes since the internet. They just weren't always called memes.
No, it's true. Dancing Baby. That was the first.
Fucking Neon Cat, Chocolate Rain.
Oh, word. No, Colin, can you interview that guy? Can you find that guy and interview him?
I will try to find him and interview him. And then ask him if he can redo the song.
Mm-hmm.
Herman.
Live in studio performance.
Oh, yes, of course. That'd be the obvious one. No, I think the one song I would want to hear throughout all this crap is that one song from How I Met Your Mother, the TV show. Let's Go to the Mall.
Yeah. Never thought I'd miss them all.
Honestly, me too. Like, shit.
Mallcore. Where's my water?
Look, as a big synthwave fan,
Yeah, fair.
I'm a sucker for like vaporwave and Mallsoft. Like I work with that stuff. I work with Muzak playing like when I'm doing my job. It's just like I just put on like Muzak in the back, elevator music. Especially once they released all those Kmart tapes. That guy found that box. was just like, I'm just gonna put all these on while I work. It's great.
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
All right.
Okay.
One drink of water, he's got to pee. It's the worst. Straight through.
Oh, it's stale water. It's been sitting for too long.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta.
Worse.
What do I have up here? Just this. Okay. Gotta pace myself on the hydration.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You doing okay? You're surviving this okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you holding up?
Yeah, it's fine. Like I'm working more now, which kind of sucks. But whatever, man.
See, I wish. I'm just laid off.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, like otherwise I'm surviving. I'm doing fine. A little bit of cabin fever, but
Yeah.
what do you do? Got caught up on my movie watching.
I'm actually getting tired of watching movies and TV shows. Like, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just watching dumbass movies. Like, I just saw Van Wilder the other day.
Oh, fuck. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you need to talk?
I think I can survive.
Watch Goodfellas and The Irishman.
Yes.
See, I want to watch The Irishman. I should watch it.
It's a good 3 hours of your time. Also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I saw that in theaters. That was really good.
I just picked up Neverending Story 2 and 3 on VHS out of a bigger donated bundle. It's like, all right.
Oh,
those movies are bad, but Jack Black is in Neverending Story 3.
Wait, is he really?
Yeah, he's like teenager. He's like a really young kid in that, and he plays like the leader of a gang of like thugs and toughs. And it's like one of his first acting credits.
That is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's like 96 or something.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, where is everybody? Hurry it up here, people.
Oh, they're coming. Some guy just messaged me that apparently his LinkedIn works, so we're just going to quickly
All right.
go.
I guess it's not even 3 o'clock yet, so.
That's true.
Hey, early birds get the worms.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Early birds got the friend requests.
Exactly.
hey, gotta make those musical connections, you know. Gotta get places, you know.
Gotta get all those connections together for when we reopen and have Maxwell's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what music? Oh, that's something that we've been talking, like us, the boys in Nepenthe have been talking about. It's like, what bloody bars are actually going to be around when this is all done?
Right now we pretty much have, because it's something Pat and I talk a lot about, like on the Battle Vest side of stuff, right? It's like we got 2 venues left. We got Starlight and Maxwell's. That's it.
Because no more Harmony, no more Chainsaw.
Yep, no Harmony, no Chainsaw, no Boho. Like, there's a couple places out. There's like a brewery out in Cambridge whose name I always Rhythm and Brews, but like it.
I mean, we've also had shows at like Obi Bryan's before.
Yeah.
In Cambridge.
Yeah.
Like I've played there, oddly enough.
Yeah.
I think it was back before we became Nepenthe and we were still called Skaldic. I think we played with like Brought by Pain, Unhuman,
Oh my
Becomes
God.
Astral.
You're making me feel so old. And also just like, yeah, like we've just been thinking a lot about that. It's like, what, you know, they're talking about like looking, okay, now we can maybe start to talk about reopening restaurants. But I was reading through like the province's release about that, and it was saying like no live music. If you play music, you have to play it extremely quietly. So quietly that like people aren't encouraged to lean forward to talk to each other, and like all this stuff. It's like, fuck, man.
No, it's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We had a lot planned for this summer. I won't fully say what all of it was.
Oh, we have
But like
someone entitled Breton joining us now.
Oh, is it that Breton guy?
Oh gosh, I hate that Breton guy.
Oh, sorry, I'm a red guard.
Why am I confused with who Breton might be?
Oh.
It's my cousin, Breton.
Huh.
I think is that Marty?
Marty.
His real last name's Breton. Like Steele?
Oh, Marty. Is it Marty?
It might be.
It's Marty!
Marty!
All your questions shall be answered.
Oh, we're like, who's Breton? Is it Marty?
Yeah. I was the only one like, Breton?
Yeah, I've been in bands with people that have not known my real name is Martin Breton. It's just not been online, and I don't know. People just call me Marty and don't ask twice about what my last name is. So
Pat still doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How you doing down there, buddy? You're below me, so I'm just gonna always say down there.
Down there.
Yeah, you are my chest right now.
Oh, cool.
Aw, that's beautiful.
Yeah. In a horrific way.
Oh shit, she's joining. This is kind of what I wasn't expecting, but joining us from Oshawa, I don't know if any of you might know her, but it's Linsay Schoolcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I haven't met her yet, but I know of her.
Well, you're about to meet her now.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I actually wasn't expecting her to join.
Hey, it's not like anyone has anything important to do right now.
That is true.
Marty, your chair looks so inhumanly comfortable. Oh, yeah.
The Virgin desk chair versus the Chad lazy boy.
I've got my desk chair. You can't see it because of these grown men here. But,
Hi,
you know.
Lindsay.
Hello.
Hello.
Great, thank you for joining. So in the red shirt's Chris Rowan. In the hot
Hi.
shirt is Chris Taylor.
Hello.
Hello.
And then in the fancy chair is Martin Breton, I guess now.
Yeah, you can call me Marty.
We just
Ooh,
call him
that's fair.
Shadoccult now. Shadoccult.
Well, you're gonna have some competition with the Queen of Darkness. Sorry.
Ooh.
No, I love the chair. It's very beautiful.
It's beautiful, but I don't want to think about trying to get it through a door.
No.
Yeah, no.
The basement is not going anywhere.
No, yeah. I've got some IKEA furniture because I'm up on the third floor of a house, and it's like a really narrow staircase to get up. And I've got some IKEA furniture that now that it's assembled, it's living here. Like it's never leaving this place.
Excellent. Well, this is more people than what I was actually even anticipating, and I'm really happy.
Hey, there you go.
That's awesome. Who else did you invite? Do you want me to text them and harass them to show up?
Sure. I invited Sam from Astaroth.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, I think
Is he incoming?
I don't know, but I think I know who this one is. I believe it's a member of 30 Immolated and 16 Returned. They're a Hamilton-based. Oh wow! We got more people. I believe Kyle from Invicta,
Hey.
Alex from a band here in Hamilton, and then Cecile Monique.
Oh shit, there, Alex.
Holy shit!
Man.
It's a party now, guys.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a party.
Oh man, it's a shame I drank all my beer earlier
Oh.
today.
And now joining us from it's Cecile.
Hey, girl.
So,
Hey, Lindsay.
and now joining us from BC, it's Spence from Truent, and it's Dr. Death himself.
Oh, what up, Alex?
Hounskull. Hello.
I love it.
Man, look at this. Look at this family we got here.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Hey.
I'm the only one not surrounded by guitars.
Neither am I. I'm just surrounded by hockey jerseys.
Audio equipment everywhere. Everywhere.
Hello?
I've just
Am
got
I-
VCRs
am I
everywhere
Yes,
right
hello.
now.
Hey, it's working. Hello, everyone.
Yes. Okay, everyone, let's just all quickly introduce ourselves so the people that don't know each other know each other. Chris Rowan, you start.
Hi, I'm Chris. I play in a band called Nepenthe, I guess, in Guelph. Yeah, next one.
Whoever's next.
For me, it's Chris.
All right, you were beside me. Hi, I'm Other Chris. I work as a promoter under Battle Vest Bookings along with Pat, who's not here. He's busy petting his dog. Here at a KW. So I don't play in a band, but I make a lot of bands play music for me, and then I pay them.
Okay, Cecile.
Hello. My name is Cecile Monique. I'm also from KW. Nice to meet you. And I'm a gothic symphonic metal artist from the region. And nice to see you again, Colin, and so many of my friends. What's up, Lindsay?
So that's Lindsay, your turn now.
Hi, everyone. I'm most people's favorite internet personality. I definitely am. I don't know how the fuck do I introduce myself. I was like, hey, guys, I just showed up to hear how y'all are doing. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, just heavy metal's the name of the game for me, and that's about it.
Now, Mr. Breton.
Everybody, I'm Marty. Doing a thing called Shadoccult right now, which is like a cinematic metal project with some operatic vocals and a lot of piano stuff going on.
Dr. Death.
I'm Dr. Death. I'm from the avant-garde death metal band 30 Immolated, 16 Returned. We're a little bit more chaotic and a little crazier than most bands. We bring a dancer on stage, and there's electronics, and yeah.
Kyle.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm from Hounskull. Do like experimental, psychedelic, sci-fi, and medieval kind of stuff. I also am in an indie punk band called Small Rooms. That's me.
Spence.
What's up? I'm Spence. I'm from Vancouver. I play in a band called Truent. I am currently out of the room from the rest of my boys who are doing actual music stuff right now. We're like a thrash, death, groove, progressive, whatever the fuck you want to call it, band from Vancouver, and we're stoked to. I'm stoked to see so many wonderful faces from across the country. It's beautiful.
And now, Alex. Alex? Okay.
That's Alex, and
That's
you're watching
Alex.
Disney Channel.
Left the building.
That's Alex, and we have a new member joining us, Johnny Williams, who I'm not quite sure who that might be.
Isn't he the guy who did the Star Wars soundtrack?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Guys, can you guys hear me or whatever?
We
Yeah,
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
hear you.
All right, dude. This like trying to get in this goddamn fucking forum was like getting into Pandora's box.
Oh yeah, I've not used Zoom
Holy
before.
shit.
Is there a way to like have everyone up on the screen at once? Because I only see whoever's talking.
Yes.
The panel top right corner. It's a view, and you can hit the multiple blocks, and then you can see everybody.
Cool, thank you.
No problem. I've been doing this all year, so.
This is such a nice break from Google Meets, let me tell you.
Yeah, wasn't that
All right. Hey, Colin.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, by the way, thank you for doing this and organizing this. Colin,
you're welcome.
Awesome. And yeah, dude, like I was trying to message you there. I was like sitting there. It's like, dude, I'm losing my goddamn mind. So I've done this shit with like the people I train with in wrestling. It's like, dude, I can't get in this goddamn forum.
I know. It's
So,
cool.
anyway.
Basis to Ripper in KW.
I'm in Ripper. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, fuck. Hey, Chris Taylor. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Staying out of trouble.
How you doing?
I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss you guys.
Yeah, haven't seen you forever, man. You're looking fucking good. How are you doing?
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend.
We got a heart, brother. We got a heart.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, so what is new with everyone?
Cool.
Like, since this whole thing has started, there has to be something new with at least all of us. So who wants to take it away first?
No, Chris. All right, sorry, not Chris. Sorry, Colin.
Yeah.
It's your show. You
Okay.
direct how it goes. So you call on whoever. It's your show.
Okay, Chris Rowan,
Yeah. Hi.
what's new with you? Go.
Trying to figure out how to release an EP during this time is kind of interesting, but I think we've come up with a solution of doing a live stream release party. So we start rehearsals tonight for that. Then hopefully in the next month or so, we're gonna drop a single and start all that routine. But no shows. So I mean, we were supposed to go play around Canada this summer, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, started biking with just going around. Yesterday, I was with biking with one of the members of Unbowed, another local band here in Ontario. We just let's go biking. Let's go for a 3-hour bike ride. Just why not? But it's been a lot of self-improvement and trying to figure out how to do music at home.
All right, Chris Taylor.
Well, that's a tough one to follow up because for me, it's mostly been like discovering new ways to sweat and poutine. No, I've been spending a lot of time. I cataloged all my music, and now I'm using a random number generator to like go grab this vinyl, go listen to the CD. So kind of rediscovering a lot of my music collection, which is quite a bit larger than I remember it being, which is nice. Otherwise, just like working a ton, figuring out what the hell music is gonna look like in this area once we get through this. Still trying to build some connections, and who knows, man? Like figuring out what's gonna happen next.
Hey, Chris, I have an honest question.
Yo.
Have you ever thought about promoting around KW?
Yes, that's what we were doing for a while under Battle Vest Bookings, was running promotions through KW. So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right out, man. Ripper will play for you.
All right.
I want to play for you, man. No, I've done it for a while, but no, man, I want to play for you.
All right, man. All right. Well, hey, we'll talk separate. I'm into that.
We'll talk separate. Yeah, it's one of those like, we'll push them to the side. It's okay.
There's no way for me to host you right now.
I love you, buddy.
Cecile, what is new with you?
Yeah, so this has actually been a pretty busy time. I'm also doing a master's degree right now. So I've been pretty busy with that. And unfortunately, we're actually making some plans prior to this whole situation. The guys and I were hoping to go on tour. I was actually supposed to play a show with Linsay back in May. And unfortunately, it was postponed. But, it's been a time for plan, working hard. Hopefully we'll be able to do it sometime soon, Linsay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, Miss Schoolcraft, your turn.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, like, thank you for having me here, and it's a pleasure to talk to you guys versus the regular 5 teammates who I absolutely push around and tell what to do all the time. I think they're sick of me right now. Where do we start? How about this, Colin? What do you want to know about? Because the list is like this. My life has changed entirely.
Just one thing that's new with you. I don't know.
It's like, okay, so like, where do we start? So left Cradle Filth, the Juno that never happened, started a record label, probably a stupid idea.
It's a great idea.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, Sam. Welcome. You know what? I feel really blessed. I'm just going to be honest, give you guys a little bit of, I guess, insight on the industry. From the position I was in before, it was like consistent touring, and everybody makes all their money off of live shows and touring. And I'm like, that's great, but the way a lot of bands are going, it's entirely unsustainable. So I was like, screw this, I'm out of here. And I was just like, I'm going to spend the whole year writing, and then the apocalypse happens, and it's like, okay, well, now I have to write. I have no choice. So I've been very blessed, and I'm really happy where I am right now. And I don't know what to tell you. Listen, like, don't take advice from me. I, according to most of my former colleagues, do everything wrong, but I'm happy.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
as long as you're happy, that's all that should matter.
Exactly. Yeah. So thank you for hearing that out. Cheers. Who's next?
Next on my screen would be Martin.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Well, I don't know, not too much new. I'm a family man. I got a little 2-year-old around, so that keeps me pretty much busy all the time. Whenever she's sleeping, I usually just go to the basement here and try to just write music, or just mellow out and find some serenity in crazy times. I'm coming up on what would have been our Shadoccult release party on the 20th. So I'm thinking of booking a live stream that I've been working on for a while, which is going to be a lot of classic metal covers on piano. I think that's going to be
Marty, come on. We need the new Tenacious D cover set. Come on.
Axlers are in the works too, brother. I should say that, but I can't say.
I love you, Marty. I'm fucking with you, but
that's cool, man. Axlers are still doing their thing.
You guys did.
Yeah. I'm gonna also do a duo that does acoustic metal covers, and we do Tenacious D cover a cover set as well. And we do some videos, comedic videos, and that's all I'll say about that right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Dude, I'm telling you right now, you're one of the best acoustic guitarists in the area, man. Dead serious. No, man, I love you, man. You're so fucking good.
Cheers,
so,
man. Thank you.
John, I would love to see your face because right now you're just like a Simpsons cartoon character.
Yeah.
Egg.
Dan, your turn.
Let's see. Well, the band has been starting to record some demos of the Rite of Spring, Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. It's like a really important orchestral classical piece. So just going through that, we're almost finished the drum tracking and then everything else. So just kind of planning on that. We're not planning on releasing it till like the spring because it's the Rite of Spring. Like Martin, I have a kid running around, a 6-year-old, so I'm busy all day helping them do their homework. We're basically all parents are teachers right now.
Yeah.
And caretakers, so you're at home with your kid all day, so not much happens during the day. The wife and I run a teaching studio, so we're teaching online quite a bit. I put on master classes for classical guitar master classes once a week. I'm actually playing a lot of classical guitar, a lot of like modern weird repertoire, so that's a lot of fun. I put on like a concert a month of that stuff. The wife and I have been just jamming a lot. She's the lead guitar player in 30 Immolated. Just been jamming a lot, playing a lot of guitar. She's been doing some writing, things like that, a variety of things. I like to have 1,000 projects on the go and just never really get any of them done.
So,
Can relate.
Now next is someone we haven't introduced yet. Sam from Astaroth has joined us.
Yay!
So Sam, what is new with you, brother?
Hey, how's it going? I'm actually in the middle of having a backyard barbecue. I was like, I woke up pretty late, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have this huge barbecue. And then Linsay just messaged me, and she's just like, are you coming on the call? I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, shit, I have a call.
This sounds like every work meeting I've had. Dude, where are you? And I'm just like in my underwear, like flipping a hamburger. And it's like,
Hey, man, pretty much. Well, a little more than my underwears, but yeah, I was pretty much living like just all these barbecue stuff. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to stuff my face. And then, I'll just stuff my face along with all you guys. So yeah, Colin, thanks for hosting this call. It's really nice.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sam.
it's really nice seeing all these friendly, familiar faces, and it's nice to hear what everybody's up to. I think everybody's doing pretty good. Like, dealt with all the stuff happening. Last week was kind of stressful. I think everyone's kind of calming down from it, so that's great. And Linsay tells you not to take her advice, but you should totally take her advice. She knows what she's doing. And
I pretend I know what I'm doing, please. It's all about your faith and yourself.
yeah. Well, it's been really good. I actually have been taking a Savvy Elite course, like similar to what Linsay did, and I've learned quite a bit in the last couple of months. So I've just been working away on, just getting us a website shop, getting the guys to finish songwriting, and yeah, just getting the guys to pretty much finish writing while I kind of set up everything, and it's been going well.
By the way,
made quite a bit of progress.
Sam,
yeah,
I'm telling you right out, your band, I've seen your shit. Contact me online. I want to book your band. Once all this fucking COVID shit's over, you're one of the bands I want to book. So like, contact me.
Oh, that's super nice. Message me, and I definitely will make stuff happen. We were supposed to play I had an offer for playing a festival in June, which I think was supposed to be today. Yeah, we're supposed to have a festival today that got canceled. I had a couple shows with my other band.
No. I'm talking about let's think about let's be realistic, like 2021, because that's
Yeah,
how
exactly.
it's gonna go.
There was
But no, man, fuck it. I've seen your band, dude. You guys are fucking good. This and that, and I love the whole theatric deal, dude. If you want to come play Kitchener-Waterloo, contact me. We'll do it.
Sure, man. Yeah, we played Kitchener in December, and then we were thinking of what to do this year, but like I had even an offer from I don't know if you guys know the band Archgoat, like a black death metal band, and they gave me an offer to play a tour with them.
Not gonna
North
be a
American
dick,
tour.
but I can give you a better show.
I kind of turned it down because they were asking me to pay. So
Never pay, y'all. Never pay.
They asked you to pay?
No, you're
yeah,
They
I
asked
was
you
like,
to pay.
I was like, I don't know.
You. I'll pay you.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, pay to
come
play
to-
is
Dude,
pay to play
you
is the
come
worst.
to Willie Detox represent, I'll pay you.
You should get paid for your time and your performance,
Yeah,
not the other way.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I kind of I was like, you know what? I better it's actually all this stuff happening kind of put my brain back into functioning properly. Let's do things properly myself, learn how to, work the whole thing, and then I'll go out and make decisions that, cost whatever.
No. We're artists, dude, and I'm telling you, if you want to come to my town, which I've been doing for over 10 years, you want to come here and be good, you come work for me, I'll pay you. All right? Sam, come work for me. We're Mel Brothers.
Now, sorry, I do have a quick question for you, Sam.
Yeah, sure.
Walk us through your hamburger toppings.
Actually, you know what? This is a very important question.
This is important.
This is important. All right. Well, I got a bunch of chicken right now that I cook, and my toppings would be a lot of saliva.
What?
All right.
Basically,
Excellent.
I don't know, just stuffing my face and just eating as much as possible. I don't really go too crazy with toppings as long as I got the stuff cooked and it's all good to go.
Why use lettuce when you could use another hamburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Problem solved.
Easiest way to barbecue, just everything.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to move down to Kyle from Hounskull. Kyle, what's new with you?
So album 2 for us came out in March. We've been doing our best to promote that, but it's really difficult in these times. So we've been working on album 3. All the guitars are fully recorded, which is nice because now I can do all my bass from my own house through DI. So that's going good. We're just recording live drums is going to be the biggest thing holding us back for right now. But we're really just recording as much as we can, writing. I wrote about 6 songs worth of lyrics in the last week or two, just trying to just keep it going because I'm still working. So as soon as I get home, even while I'm at work, I have the ideas floating in my head because I have nothing else really going on. We're writing still for album 4. We just got a lot of material in the works that hopefully can come out soon enough. That's about it. I've kind of just been playing video games after work and writing and listening to music.
Awesome. Now, before I ask Alex what he's up to, I just need to know, is it still going to be a surfer rock album?
Oh, yeah. It's like a psychedelic surf rock album. It's got some kind of just classic rock elements, some Thin Lizzy vibes as well. Some hardcore Dick Dale worship on it.
All right.
We like Beach Boys, but you won't really hear much of that kind of vibe on it. And it's another concept album. It's like a surfer surfing through space. And the songs on the album are essentially coming through a radio that he is listening to. So it's kind of taking you on this trip with him as he kind of just explores. And I'll figure out somehow to work it into the overall canon universe of Hounskull. All of our stuff will connect at some point. Just trying to figure it out. But yeah, it's total surf rock. But it gets heavy as well. So it's not just Dick Dale worship through the entire thing. It's got a lot of variety, peaks and valleys, and all that. Lots of drone on it as well.
Sounds dope as hell.
You're hitting like
Excellent.
every one of my like check boxes. It's gonna be great.
Psychedelic music, surf music,
Psychedelic,
drone
surf,
music.
drone, death. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
we
it's-
move to Alex. Please forgive me if I say your last name wrong. Araya?
Correct.
Which band are you from?
Lotek Cruiser.
Oh yeah, you're the Alex. Damn it. It's nice to finally meet you.
Cheers.
What is new with you, Alex?
Plugging in and out of the meeting. I was going between 3 different computers trying to get this to work, but here I am.
But we're finally glad you were able to
Yes,
take it on.
yes.
So what is new with you, Alex?
Not a whole lot. We're just sitting right now, paused between the second album, obviously, as everyone knows, what everybody's going through, right? So it's kind of write what you can and get together the ideas you can for the next album and move from there, right? I mean, I think everybody's wondering how the hell we're all gonna be playing shows moving forward and putting the stuff out in front of people, right? So it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I'm doing a couple of side projects. I'm doing the other guys are doing writing as well. So, yeah, it's we're slowly trying to move through it, but where do you go from here?
Sure enough. And now we're going to move on to the second Alex. Up there.
Alex, you're muted.
You're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, he's the best radio.
All right, now I can start talking.
Hey! Okay.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello. Please introduce yourself to everyone, what band you're in, and what's new with you. Go.
All right, so my name is Alex Centorami, and I am the lead vocalist of Blood of Indigo, which is a dark fantasy metal band, and we are from Toronto, Canada. And I think that everybody here is from the Toronto metal scene. So we are working on finishing our very first album. It's going to be called Dawn of the Shaded World, and it's going to be pretty awesome. It's like a symphonic death metal sort of feel with like some black metal influences as well, and the atmospheric kind of thing, but we've done that and combined that with the dark fantasy cultures and themes. So for some of you guys who might be in our Dark Fantasy Haven Facebook group, which is a place where we talk about all our Nintendo stuff, and you can see behind me I got a 90s TV with a bunch of Nintendo characters on it, and
Nice.
I got the TV for like $25 on Boxing Day, and not that Boxing Day had anything to do with it. It was just the fact that a guy happened to be selling it on Kijiji, and I just went to his house on Boxing Day, and he thought I was nuts.
Why
But
are
anyway,
we best friends? Like behind this guy grabbing his crotch here, I've got a Trinitron.
so yeah. Anyway, that's me, Blood of Indigo, dark fantasy metal, and
Okay.
if you have any questions, I'm here. And big shout out to Linsay and Sam who are in this group as well. So
We love you, Alex.
buddy.
It's finally nice to meet you, by the way. And
Yeah, Colin, I see you in the group, making posts, doing interviews, and you're killing it, man. I love what you're doing. I love your
Thank you. Well, we'll have to get you on for an interview sometime.
That would be fun, man. I'd really love to, discuss everything that we're doing with you. So, and I appreciate you doing this Zoom call as well. It really helps all of us metal artists here in the scene to really get our voice out there and to, discuss our passions, because we're at a point right now where, nobody's playing shows, and the only way for us to really connect is through the internet. So it's really an honor and a pleasure to be able to discuss what we're doing and have the privilege to discuss this with you and everybody in this group as well.
Awesome.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, before we get to Dave, John, Will, I know you've probably been waiting a while to talk, so.
Are we doing introductions here?
Oh, hey, you saying I
just-
talk too much?
What?
Do I talk too much?
No, I just. What's new with
Trying
you?
to give everyone a fair chance.
Yes.
The conch shell.
Well, Will, what's new with you?
What's new with me? Not much. I was over at my brother's house last night. Ryder from Razor, my brother. We were over at his house last night. We got really drunk together. So I'm a little hungover today. Sorry, guys. doing this this whole podcast, and yeah, Colin, thank you so much for letting me going in on this. I'm very happy to join everybody about this because you know what? Right now, it's so crazy what we're going through because we can't play shows. We can't do this. We can't do that. All we can do together is do what we're doing right now. So it's fucking awesome. But at the same time, it's driving me nuts because I want to play for you guys. I want to play for you guys. And this beer right now isn't helping me enough because I want to fucking thrash for you guys. So, either way, Colin, thank you so much for having me here right now.
Well, thank you for being able to make it. And now let's introduce our newest guest, Dave. It's been a while since we talked, man.
Yeah, you know what? Funny enough, okay, so I'm at my office right now, which is pretty close to where I live. Figure I'd get away from the lady for a little while and, you know, I can focus on the group, you know? No, but anyways, it's better set up here and you know, no noise or anything. But funny enough, remember I made a lot of the office references?
Yes, of course.
Sure enough, on my way down here, just before crossing the street to where my building is, I saw someone wearing a Dunder Mifflin shirt.
Nice.
So I don't know. I felt like yelling out something, but he was there with what looked like his girlfriend, so I just kind of let it go. But yeah, thanks a lot for having me. Yeah, our last interview was awesome. I think you owe us the audio for that because I thought it was pretty fun.
That's right. Oh crap! I never got you the audio for that.
That was what, back in October?
Yeah, October 1st, 2019.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, cool to see a lot of familiar faces here. You know, and awesome to see a member of Cradle of Filth.
Oh, no ex, but cheers.
Oh, really? Oh.
I'm the ex-girlfriend now, but it's
sorry.
Okay.
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, I've been in the band since I was probably about 13, and I think you did a fantastic job on a lot of the early material that got me into.
Say that again. Sorry, you totally cut out on the final line there. Yeah.
Oh, I said, well, I mean, I've been into Cradle Filth for quite a while, and I was just saying that you did a fantastic job on some of the earlier material. And
cheers.
Thanks, mate. But yeah, again, cool to see a lot of familiar faces here. Sam too. He didn't drop off, did he? Oh no, he's there. All right, so just introduce myself. You know, I'm here in here in the city of Toronto. I've played in several bands over the years. Right now, I'm playing in the band Experiment Specimen. If you need some sort of a band update. Sorry?
With Isabel.
Oh yeah. Oh, love playing with Isabel. Her and I have been friends for so long. This was just the smoothest transition into this band. It was like, it was the most seamless kind of setup, me getting in there. Her and I have known an indicator that we've known each other for a long time is that we met when Tool released 10,000 Days. So we had known that it's like, okay, yeah, we've known each other for quite a while. But yeah, it's, you know each other personally, got the same kind of sense of humor. Nick is a bit of a weird guy, but pretty funny. We get along great.
You know what's really funny? I knew Isabel since before I had Astaroth, and when I first started Astaroth, me and Nick actually auditioned each other, and then we kind of did our own thing.
Oh, okay. Kind of like when I came out and jammed with you guys.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm sure you wanted someone with long hair and not no hair. So, you know, Sergio had me on that one.
Honestly, it wasn't even about the bass. I was just like, Sergio walked in and we started talking more about Visual Kei and Duran Gray and anime and other things than bass. And I was just like, okay.
Wow.
No, it's okay. It's all good. I know that honestly, when it comes down to certain bands, like there were some. I mean, I've known over the years a couple I've gone out for where I kind of wasn't feeling it, or for whatever reason we didn't feel like it was a good fit, but we're still friends, you know, amongst us members. But yeah, I mean, right now it's. Sorry?
I think that's the most important thing, just to like understand that we all want to do our own things, but at the same time, we're all part of the same community, and that we can all work together.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why it's you know, we all know we're going through some difficult times right now, and it's a little, trying to think of the word to use. little disappointing that I see online just a lot of people really at each other's throats over a lot of things. That's why something like this, it might sound a little cheesy coming from me, but it's kind of refreshing. It's I don't think anyone's going to bring up anything horrible here like that, and it's it's a good break from that and just a chance to sort of chill and catch up. Thing that's a little tough for me this year is that we were all ready to release our new album. Colin, you knew about that. You talked about that in length, and it just it sucks. I'm still getting notifications on Facebook about shows that we were supposed to play, and
it kills me every time they come up. It's just no. Not another reminder of the current state we're in.
But and it's been tough. But I just tried. There are times members in the band were just kind of getting more and more on edge, more upset, and I just kind of had a chat with everyone and just said, "Look, let's do whatever we can for now." And at the moment, it's funny enough. Nick and I are actually writing some new material. We're going to start doing it a little bit more remotely, but we'll get together. I mean, it'll just be the two of us going over tracks. So, I mean, there's no huge risk there. And neither one of us are going to highly populated places. Like my office here, when I show up to work, there's maybe 3-4 other people on the whole floor. I think he's either working from home or just at home most of the time, one way or another. So, but anyways, we've already kind of started on the next record. So we might just pull an Opeth, go Damnation Deliverance. So when we get get back to normal, we'll kind of have a double release. But we're kind of thinking of ways to build up till now. Someone made a good point about what Astaroth are doing, especially on Facebook, kind of keeping people engaged. It's it's a very good way you're going about it. You're just getting people engaged. People are just talking about different topics, and it's a lot better than just having silence until you have new music, or silence until you have your next show. It's kind of just something to keep people on board.
Yeah, you want that train going.
Hold on. I love what he just said right there.
Me or Sam?
It's not just about what he just said. It's that message. So when we go back, when we're going to get rid of this COVID-19 bullshit, literally. All right, Colin.
Yeah.
And Chris, I love you to death, dude. You've come to so many of my shows. I love you to death. You supported so many of my shows. So I'm looking at you too right now. We're talking about, it's like we're going to push so much shit right now. I hate to be a dick, but I'm a guy that's going to be like, listen, I'm a fucking asshole and I'm going to push shit. You guys talk right now about how to advance the scene. We're going to advance the scene right now. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We want to advance the scene so much. And we're going to do something. I'm calling on you right now, and I'm not being a dick. Colin.
Yeah.
You started right now this whole podcast, which is awesome. Like, dude, Paradise, like, fucking Thrashers, like the whole Thrasher Paradise, all this shit. I'm calling on you. Now, Chris Taylor, I'm calling on you. I've seen you so many times at the same time. You've come to so many of my shows. How about you guys start something new where it's like when the shows start, like when we're going to build shows again, start something new.
Well,
start something new. Start something. No, literally. And the reason I got into promoting is because nobody would book me when I was young. And you fucking build it up.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I love what you guys are doing right now. But build it.
That's definitely something that we've been talking about. It's like, all right, obviously 2020's a wash.
Yeah,
2021, who knows, right? But somewhere between 2021 and 2022, shit's going to get crazy for all of us. Because suddenly everybody's going to be putting out albums, right? Everybody's shows.
Chris, I'm telling you right now, after knowing you, I guarantee you could be one of the best fucking promoters in KW.
Yeah.
You could fucking surpass me because you're so smart, you're so good. You could surpass me in your knowledge.
Well,
you could kill me. You would kill me in my promoting.
The other thing, Chris, is that now that kind of the Nomadic Art guys have gone more of an international basis and not doing anything local anymore.
Yeah.
We need a promoter for Guelph as well. Like
Mhm.
we have Uncle Rick, who does the fabulous job in Guelph, but there's
you
there's
have
always needs to
Jimmy
be
Herrick.
everyone.
You have Jimmy Herrick from the Nasties.
Oh yeah, he's
you have
off.
Jimmy Herrick.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But,
I want
Chris,
to.
Chris, you literally have the fucking legit fucking skills. You
Well, thank
have
you.
the
That is
skills
very
that
kind.
You could fucking take my place. I mean that seriously, dude. You could take my place. You could take Jim Hare's place. Colin, when I talk about you, I'm being dead serious. Like you could, like literally, like you're creating such a great podcast. You could take such a great thing here right now and fucking push it hard. Like you could push it to the point that this is Canadian. It's like it's Colin's show. It's Colin's show. You're talking about thrash metal. Like it's not local anymore. You're pushing it. Do it. Fucking do it. Sorry,
I'm
guys.
trying.
Before
I continue talking,
Back to the moderator here.
we have a new guest. While
Chris Taylor, trust me, you should be a promoter, and Colin, you should be pushing it harder.
I know for sure I've promoted at least two people in this chat's shows, at least. So we're in a good place there.
We have a new guest. We have Joey from Duskwalker, based in Niagara Falls. Joey, how are you doing?
Hello. How are you? How is everybody?
Doing great.
All good.
That's cool. It's fucking hot outside.
Oh yeah.
So Joey, what is up with you, man?
I was just about to go for a bike ride, and I'm like, oh, there's a Zoom meeting, so I'm just gonna hang out here. Just chill, man. Actually, I'm supposed to get my metal show ready for tonight too. The Metal After Midnight show. I'm just about to go do that.
So is that live or is it pre-recorded?
Let me tell you something. If you're listening to Hits FM, it's all pre-recorded. We're all broadcasting at home right now. So when I broadcast at home, I like do the bit, I upload it, and it goes to the station. Everybody does that. Because we're all broadcasting at home right now, so it's the only option that we have. We can't be live.
Fair enough. Now,
yeah,
I just want to ask this to everyone. Before today, who all knew exactly who everyone was in this group chat?
I think I only knew you. And Sam, actually. I saw IMR and Astaroth a couple of times.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Hey, Zoe. I have a nickname for Joey. I call him Joey Superman Punch because he looks like Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
But I still got yet to meet probably half the people in here. There's probably 4 or 5 familiar faces here. And I came a little late. I guess you already did all the introductions.
Yeah, but that's okay. You were still able to make it. We were still able to introduce you. We have a bunch, just everyone from across the province right now. And this is just why I really wanted to do the Zoom meeting, just so people could meet each other, make new friends, just talk to someone different, because I've been talking to the same 3 people since March, and I just need someone or more people new to talk to.
Yeah.
I got a question for the group, maybe. Do you think, if I may take your conch shell, Colin, do you think that like streaming shows now is going to be the new thing?
Yep.
Like, do you think this is it? Like,
back up. Yeah,
concerts as we know it aren't really going to be a thing unless you're like Iron Maiden, like that size.
We're gonna try.
And they're replaying their concerts.
Yeah.
They're making money off of replays from Rio, which is insane.
So it's like
That's one thing that like us boys in Nepenthe are going to be trying to do. We're going to record EP's cover hopefully sometime soon and do a little live stream of that, and then also we're going to do a live stream EP release for our shows, and hopefully we able to get that pretty good, and maybe we'll do that two or more of these shows over till January or something like that, just to keep us busy, keep us active, keep growing what little fan base that we have at this point. But it's just every single little thing to get out there, you just need to find ways to do it, and just it's a struggle right now.
That's a really good thing to do because, like, no matter who your favorite band is and who you grow up with, like, your life situation every year is going to be different, and nothing you knew before could probably work the next year. So any musician, like, your favorite band could be from the prehistoric era. That's fine, but to be able to, like, get ahead, you need to, like, completely.
Sam, back that up. Dinosaurs?
Hang on, look, I play drums.
I love grug music. Grug music is the best.
As a drummer, our instrument hasn't evolved that much.
Like, you want to keep updated with what's happening, and you know, it makes you relevant to what's happening. People can relate to you. People can connect to you. Like all this, like how all the musicians did the Blackout Tuesday thing. That was everybody coming together and making a stand. That was the whole purpose of it. It wasn't like, oh, I don't like your genre, or I don't like you, or I don't like that.
No, it's a beautiful thing about music is that it unifies people.
Yeah, you kind of put all that aside, and then you kind of like, you know what? This is for a bigger purpose than me and you and someone else. This is for everybody.
I think about, you know, I think it was Stacy Schmidt who told me, like, the biggest thing in music is adapt or die. Right? Like, you've got to be able to, even if you're just like, I'm playing a gig and I'm borrowing an amp to something as big as this, right? Like, you've got to figure out how to do that. And I keep seeing all this stuff about drive-in concerts now. It's like, I don't want to be in that mosh pit. But like, how is that? How is
that's
any
just
of that
that's just
work?
demo derbies.
Yeah,
It's like a truck leader's pit.
Yeah, I kind of saw like what Devin Townsend did, for example, with those live stream concerts, and how much money did he raise for those hospitals? Like over $80,000 or something like that. Like it's a massive amount of people just wanting more content right now because everyone's gone home, they've watched all their TV shows, they've watched other movies, now they're bored out of their minds, not knowing what to do next. So if you can bring something new to the table for them to watch, like live music again, do like a live interact with the audience over a stream or something like that. And then even like the Invicta guys, when they did their live show there, I thought they did a great job on that. I was talking
I actually
you guys did a good one too.
got a tips from those guys to do ours because they actually had I think GoPros or something set up so they could actually get decent audio, and then I was like, well, I don't have a GoPro, so I kind of just like use my phone and plug my mic into my phone as audio.
Capture your audio through the soundboard. You know, if you're running.
Here's a question for the group, guys.
Like,
here's a question for the group. So we're all having the challenge of like obviously jamming with our bands in the same room, right? It's tough. Yeah. So, you know, seeing everybody trying to figure out how the hell that's going to happen. I've been looking into stuff. This is a device called what is it called? I've got it in front of me. Jamlink. It's more or less the size of a router. You plug in your guitar into your DAW or mic your guitar, whatever, and you run it in its real time without latency, zero latency. So you guys, someone can jam.
There's another way. There's another way to achieve that.
Is there? Yeah, because I was just that's the question I'm asking. Yeah.
If you have an audio interface. Like even just a Scarlett or like a one-channel something. You plug that in. There's a program called Jamulus. It's an open source free software with very minimum latency. And I've been using that. My dad runs the Royal City Ambassadors Barbershop chorus in Guelph, and they've been having rehearsals that way. So and they've gone like these 60, 70-year-old men just to try and figure this out. And they've been able to, it's that simple just to figure out.
What's it called?
Jamulus.
Jamulus.
I love that name.
Jamulus.
Is it zero latency then?
It's next to none.
Like not noticeable, obviously.
But the way it works is that there's servers all over the country and US and Europe, whatnot, and you just pick the closest server that's to you. So say I think the closest one would be the one in my house. We have one set up, or you could go to the London one or like a Kitchener one or something like that. And your guys get on it. You have your audio patched in, and it's next to no latency. I think it's as long as you're below 50 milliseconds of latency, you should be fine within a certain amount. Okay. You may not be able to play like Tech Death, but you can at least achieve. You might
forget it.
It's great for Doom.
Playing online games. My latency is about 2 ms or less.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing fighting games, so I have to do moves and like.
Yeah, but if you have like a good setup, like for me, I have a bit of like a little bit of a home studio, so getting the latency down and out in a like good audio quality is not a problem. But I kind of feel bad for some of the musicians that don't have like an interface or a way to kind of even record themselves while they're at home.
I think I record myself at home by myself at 2 ms delay. So if I can do that, then, and I don't know shit about like recording and all that stuff. So anybody can do that. I just kind of like, based on my computer settings, kind of set it up on Reaper, and that's how I just record myself. And we've been sending files back and forth. And
like there's even ways to route your audio from your interface into Reaper, out of Reaper with all your effects on it, and then into this program using Reaper. So if you ever look into reroute that's built in Reaper, you're able to patch things through virtual channels and whatnot.
And then you can use that to like do the Jamulus like live jam.
Yeah. Or you can just plug go straight into Jamulus. Just like, okay, awesome. I want my Focusrite input 1 and 2, and away you go.
This is all awesome. Yeah. It's kind of scary because it seems like all live interaction with people is just going to fucking end.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that will with like playing music in a band type of thing. Like, yeah, you can write songs.
I just figure a live show and they're yelling things at the audience there. What do they do now? If it's being
what you mean? I can't hankle the audience here? It's like, hey,
really
that guy at the back, what you doing?
Thrown at me.
Pardon?
I'm really gonna miss beer cans being thrown at me.
I'm gonna miss not paying $60 on shipping for merch. Buying a vinyl at a reasonable rate.
I mean, has anyone watched any virtual gigs since it's slowly starting to happen?
I watched Clutch did a couple, and I watched them.
Yeah, Clutch did one with a Crowbar that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a lot of like Freedom Hawk has been streaming a bunch. Mothership did a few. Like a lot of just like, we're just like, it's not like a show. It's one band. We're going to do like an hour of music and that's it. It's not like multiple bands.
Yeah, so that, I mean, the first one that, I came across was Wolfheart. There was supposed to be a tour with, it was Rotting Christ, Bornegar, them, and one other band I can't remember. And it was an awesome show. I mean, I was supposed to come back from vacation, and that was maybe a day after I got back going to that show, so extra disappointing.
They did it very well. Our buddy Pedro actually
Wolfheart
sent me a link for that. Yeah, for Wolfheart, how like they kind of raised money so they could rent out a venue and do all this stuff, and kind of did their like release show like that. And there's another band, Illuminate, that did a similar thing where they did their whole CD release show online.
Yeah, I think Brant
Bjork
did that.
Recently, this other band called Lost Society did something like that, where they did their release show. They were talking back to the crowd, like looking at the screen, just talking to the audience and just interacting with everyone, just like how they would at a normal show. So yeah, I think it's just like what you did at a normal show, just do that staring at a screen, and then we don't need to do that anymore. Just go back to doing it in regular scenarios.
Well, all in all, I mean, this is for now. So I mean, one of the kind of sadder things, and I'm going to ask the group about, does anyone here listen to Insomnia?
Yeah, I work with them. Yeah, they're great.
Okay, so I'll ask about this in a minute, but so before that, I mean, there's been mixed reactions about having those virtual shows, and I'm kind of surprised that some people took to it negatively. I mean, one of the things you got to think of is, like, Wolfheart being a good example. I mean, they're just one of the first ones that I came across when a lot of this was happening, because I think their tour started in late February or March. And as soon as the States, cut off anyone coming in from Europe, that was just the end of their North American tour, 100%. And, their frontman was talking about, some of the things you got to understand is a lot of what they have to pay for, a lot of their expenses are paid up front. Plane tickets, working visas, all of that. And
hotels, catering, so much goes into that.
Management, all of this.
Yeah. You can speak on this. You have more experience than us in this matter.
Exactly.
You know all about
I wish I didn't. Continue. Sorry, David. Continue.
No, all good. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I know a lot of people. I don't know why. Some people complain about this because I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to pay. You don't have to watch it. But you got to think of it the other way. I mean, because a lot of those are paid up front, the last thing you want, if this is a band you really like, you don't want them to dig themselves in such a hole where they have no income in the meantime, where even if they just break even or lose just a little bit of money, I mean, you'd rather them do that than just think, okay, you know what? Got to throw in the towel. We're done. And I feel like that's what they, they're giving the fans what they can for now, but also trying to make just at least a little so they don't have to just stop entirely.
Can I just chime in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so as someone who got a very fucked up hate mail this morning, and I was like, who are you to tell me what to do with my career? They're like, oh, leaving a cradle film is like the worst thing you could ever do. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
That seems like such the most useless melodrama.
Trust me, it gets, if you're not my vocal coach, if you're not my business mentor, if you're not my fellow, like you guys, who are all in it and working hard, your opinion doesn't matter to me. And what I've noticed, and I've seen it with like, no offense, I'm friends with Timu, but like Winter Sun and multiple other bands like Neobula Viscaris is no matter what you do, people are going to complain. You know who you need to listen to is your super fans. Just listen to the people who really love you. And at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. If you need to do this thing to make the money, to further your career, I mean, within reason, there's always integrity and tact, of course. Do it. And if people are going to pose, like, I'm sorry, but Facebook is turning into YouTube where it's like a bathroom wall and there's all this haterade scribbled everywhere. Like the crap I've had to deal with on Facebook alone. Some Cradle fans, I'm going to say that lightly, are whack. But you just have to, listen, I love the fans, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of wonderful fans, but there's some people who call themselves a fan, but then they come on your Facebook and complain about you all the time. I'm like, you're not a fan, you're an asshole. All you can do is just ignore those people and keep carrying on and doing what's best for you, because like, especially with what's going on right now, nobody really has an answer. So if you know what's best for you, do it. And if somebody's going to oppose you, again, if you're not like one of the people I value the opinion of, I really don't give a crap about what you have to say. You're not in the arena battling with me. You're in the cheap sheets. You can just, that's a big no. Big no. So anyways, just wanted to chime in and say that just in case y'all are dealing with some of that.
I totally agree, because
that
like a
happened
bunch
to
of
me
keyboard
recently.
warriors like going off and saying whatever the hell they want to say instead of actually putting any action or work behind it. Anyone can just go on the internet and just comment on a bunch of shit.
And they could be 12 years old. And you're like, oh, don't tell me about life, sweetie. Like, you just have to go with them.
You woke up this morning and decided that was what you're going to do with your day.
Very productive.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the amount of shit that I have to go through with like radio listeners sometimes. Guy the other day because he just would not stop telling me to die. Could you imagine that, hating someone so much that you just tell them to die every day?
I worked in call centers for 10 years.
They hate themselves so much that they tell themselves they want to die, but they can't have enough balls to do it, so they tell someone else.
Oh, it's crazy. Some of these people,
I
man.
hate to bring it up, but Chester from Linkin Park.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. That's brutal.
You feel people would tone it down a little when someone killed himself. Like you don't know the whole story. It's just
but you kind of look at it one way. It's just the internet's just a trash place, and you just gotta.
You gotta disconnect. I had to
you
get
gotta
off
know.
Twitter.
Yeah.
It's so bad right now. Yeah.
You got to know that's the person you're never going to associate yourself with. You're never going to talk to them and hang out with them. So don't waste your mind with being upset with a person.
You got to surround yourself with the right people.
The funniest way to combat that, and it's just, it brings you back to, like part-time customer service job that I had when I was in school, as a teenager, or in university. And you get that one customer that is already in a pissed off mood, and they just want to take their anger out on you. And of course, you can't tell them to fuck off. I mean, you don't want to lose your job, even if it's, minimum wage.
Yeah.
It's just money to pay for textbooks or go out on the weekend once in a while. if you just keep responding, just smile on your face, always as friendly as possible, even though inside you just know you want to just strangle them.
Just smile and wave.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
funny
Works
is
every
that
time.
they'll
Just kill
go
them with
from a whole-
kindness.
they'll go from a whole cycle of it'll just get their blood boiling so much more because like they're not getting the reaction that they want out of you,
No.
and they know there's nothing they can do. It's like, what, I can't get this person to snap, and then eventually it just fizzles. And they just, I don't know, they stop because what else can you do?
Yeah,
They
I
move on to the
replied,
next person.
to the email. I replied, "Thank you for the well wishes. I hope you're doing well. Have a wonderful weekend. Love, Linsay." Because it's like, screw you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I really
Yeah.
have compassion for people like that. Clearly, something's really not good in their life, and they're just using you as a hate funnel. And you just you have to rise above it. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. I don't understand some fans because I'm like, you're not really a fan, in my opinion.
But the whole deal with Insomnium. So
Yeah, go on.
I got into them a few albums back. I really got into them when I saw them on a trip to Japan. I didn't know much about them. One of my friends just kind of introduced me to them then. But, you know, their tour obviously got canceled. And I had only heard of a couple other metal bands that were getting into streaming shows, just doing whatever they can. But that's kind of the first when I heard someone saying all these moves are like hash grab, or, you know, if they're pushing more merchandise online. I don't know. Was there something I missed there? Like are they, I don't know, getting...
As musicians, we're supposed to sell our music and merchandise. That's our job.
Oh, yeah.
If nobody comes to our show and we
We're
don't
a
have
product.
anything to sell, then we're like not doing a good job. We're writing music and then just throwing it down the drain. So there's nothing wrong.
We're all essentially just a brand.
They don't
I
know.
was wondering if there's something I actually missed, because that's what I had already thought. But if there's something specific they did that was different, like there's a friend I know, I'm not going to drop any names, and I get along with the guy great, but he's, you know, really, really into melodic death metal, and he's just been trashing them over that. And I've actually just said, just little questions here and there. I said, so what exactly have they done that you feel is like unethical or crossing some sort of line? Because they're on a label, and I think they're on one of the bigger metal labels, so I think there's some pressure there. I mean, like, you're under a contract. I think there's certain certain benchmarks they want you to hit.
Yeah. It's
Otherwise, after your contract's done, they just kick you to the curb.
Yeah. Well, it's actually if you don't sell enough units, they drop you bait, which is really messed up because, like, a successful launch these days, I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't care because I have no ties to these people anymore. A successful launch these days is literally, if you can do 2,000 units in the first week, you're doing amazing. And then if you can do like as a small band, if you can do 10,000 for the whole cycle, like that's considered a success, which is like totally doable if you know what you're doing. Sorry, go ahead, Colin.
I just have a question for all you musician friends of mine. What does it mean by units? I never really understood the terminology of units.
Like a physical unit, like a CD.
Oh, okay.
Or a vinyl. Or a cassette, because that's a thing again.
More cassettes.
Like an item of sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Just I was always curious what that meant, and then you bring it. It's just like, maybe I should ask them. They might know it.
Thanks, guys. I have to go. It was great talking to everyone. Gotta go take care.
Thank you for joining us, Dan.
See ya.
Please
Adios.
take care.
man.
It's good to meet you.
Hey, Metal.
Just to sort of address what David was saying in terms of people, like, I think it's just a thing of change. People don't accept change, you know what I mean? And they're used to the format they get the music in, which is live, you know what I mean? And and not willing to adapt. I mean, we're all musicians that are making music, our own music, and wanting to, like, how the hell are we going to get this out to people? How are we going to make sure it gets in the hands of whomever, right? And there are people that just don't accept change at all. You know?
Yeah.
And even in, friends are saying the same thing. Oh, this is ridiculous. Look at how cheesy this is. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting to the point where this is our only option.
Guys, the biggest music, the most popular music out there are completely retarded and very cheesy.
Yeah,
Wait,
they have
what?
people do it for them. We have to do it ourselves.
And you have to adapt. If you don't adapt, then where's your music? It's sitting where, on Bandcamp or wherever you decide to put it, and no one's listening to it, or they're not seeing you live. I mean, playing music is part of the experience. People want to see you play live, and if you can't perform in front of them, whether it be on a live, setting or online, then what do? You know what I mean? That's part of the experience. That's why we all make music. Release it, play live.
When we do get to play live, though, again, eventually, think about this. When we finally go back to live shows, people are going to go fucking nuts.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
people will
talking about,
finally
yeah.
headbang. People will finally mosh again.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good. And that's what we got to use. We got to use this energy. We all have so much anger and energy right now to want to go back on stage. So let's use that constructively. So when we do go back to stage, push it out with so much fire and intensity that puts a fire on all of our scenes' asses, so everybody moves, everybody wants to come out and go, wow, look at this. These shows are fucking awesome. We need to start going to shows again, because it's up to us, the ones that are the musicians, the one putting on these shows, to give them a fucking crazy show so people look forward to coming to it. And I think it's going to be awesome when we eventually we go back to shows.
Got a question.
I agree.
Sorry, Sam, go first.
Oh, no, I totally agree with Joey, because I think that it's super important that you take account of what's happening and how to move forward from it. Take the time to learn new things. If new things come up, then you can be better equipped to deal with what's coming up. That's what I've been trying to do, and I think everyone does that in their own way. I see him Chris working on his guitar right now. You got to do what you got to do, and whether other people approve of it or not, that doesn't matter. Just do what you want to do, and if you give a shit, someone is gonna care. And
we're still at the baby stages of all of this and figuring out the streaming, and the technology sucks, and I'm listening to it through my computer speakers or my headphones, and as that progresses, that will get better. We will figure out how to stream so there's not that lag. People might invest in better sound systems for their computers for that reason. I might buy some training dummies so I can mosh.
Exactly. The more you do, the more someone's gonna understand it. If you expect someone to understand it without you doing it, then you're not understanding it yourself.
Yeah.
I'm telling that to myself. It's if I want someone to listen to me or care about me or do something that I'm interested in, I have to fully invest all my time and do it. And then once I'm so invested in it that I am just spending all my time into it, it's automatically going to show through my work, and then people are going to be like, oh, okay, sure.
I totally agree, Sam. It's no different than when you're on stage. And if you're on stage having a good time and showing the crowd that you're having fun and headbanging, doing all that shit, they're going to feel that energy as well. It's the same thing. You see a guy standing there being all not very interested, like he wants to be up on stage. Why should the fans care? Why should they want to? We're the people that paid money to be there. Why should
the bands should be putting on a show, not just playing their music in the same room with the people.
Oh yeah, you gotta. I mean, it kind of
show them the fun that you're having.
Yeah, show the passion.
Exactly.
A good example of that is going back way back. I saw wanting to see Death play live. Fucking listen to the albums. Finally see them on the Human tour. Go see them at a small place. There's no one there. Chuck Schuldner's about a couple feet away from me.
Wow.
And he's just standing there like a robot, not even shaking his head. Not even, the whole band was so still. Sounded perfect. Sounded like the album. But it was such a letdown. I was like, fuck, man.
Did Chuck look like he wanted to be there?
You're fucking incredible. Just fucking move, man. And it was a letdown because, hey, they were standing right there. There was nobody in this club. Nobody fucking came. It was ridiculous. And you're watching this band, and maybe they were pissed off because everyone was there. I don't know, but it's just so disappointing. And, I think you're right. Once this starts, people are going to want to see a performance, a real, a performance where it's shit,
Yeah. What I'm actually curious about is, so on this topic, once we start getting back into playing shows, we're all going to be absolutely, those of us in bands and those of us that just want to see other bands are just going to be dying to get back into that. When it comes to local bands, who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Astaroth Incarnate.
Yeah. And Cecile, girl, I got to see you play.
Yes.
For me, it'll probably be Freeways.
Does anyone
I want
from
to
Guelph
see
or
everybody
Kitchener?
having really good shows and doing better than we ever were. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We should all be having great shows, and I want to see everyone having great fucking shows.
Yeah.
And
At least a
on
couple in
all
mind,
the
and
shows
I'm
we
not
wanted to
telling you to say my band.
I want to see bands with more than 5 people because they're getting the real shit end of this stick right now. like Hawkeyes, like 6 people.
That
6
last
people.
show they put on, that last
Yeah.
show they did was, oh my god, that was such a vibe.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was one of ours.
That was like the last that was like the last show at the Chainsaw too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that Chainer show was so good.
Rip the Chainsaw.
That one wasn't one of ours. That one, Rip the
Oh, no.
Chainsaw, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, pour one out for Chainer.
For me, it's just whoever decides to announce a concert first.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll make the trip to Ottawa for all I care. I've done it before for Slayer. I'll do it again.
Let's just turn this Zoom call into a festival.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
I'll get the glow sticks.
Where's my harp?
I've only got one bathroom, guys.
I'll grab my bass.
Spaghetti?
I just want to chime in and say something before I forget, because I do have to leave in about 30 minutes. But Alex, I just want to say you are a game changer, because literally pre-2000, sorry, whatever the fuck it is, 2020, this thing that we're living in right now.
What year is
Pre-2020, if you had a 90s TV, you were broke. But now it's 2020. You got a 90s TV, you're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, let me just turn off this background.
Okay, so like this 90s.
I don't want to go to my gaming room.
Like,
but...
this is like my son, okay?
There's the Trinitron.
Like, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. That brings back memories. I want to watch Reboot on my TV.
Yes. Yes.
The camera on me, I can't even see. I don't even know how to use Zoom.
Alex.
Oh, that's a dope
Does it have a
Smash
VHS player in the TV?
It's called a VCR. First off, I have 3.
Hey,
as a side project, I do digital stuff.
I have a VCR.
Yeah.
I got a copy of Princess Mononoke on VHS, and I need to watch that.
Do it.
I have a VCR player just for board games. I have Atmosphere and Nightmare.
Yes.
And they have VHS tapes that you need to play along with.
Look,
That's
guys,
the
I'm
only
gonna
reason I have
I'm gonna
it.
totally pimp a side project here. I do a side project called the Tape Keeper, and we take old like home recorded VHS and we pull like infomercials, commercials, local stuff off it. So I've got legitimately about 400 VHS in this room in like stacks that are tilting over that I just plow through. So all day long these days, all I'm watching is like Reboot. I watched like a whole tape that was all just Dragon Ball Z stuff taped off white.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like
I've been
it's-
watching through Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
High five,
Yo,
fellas.
No, I'm the youngest one, so I gotta ask, what's Reboot?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm in the same boat.
It's the pinnacle of CG animation.
Google it. It was the first, like, okay, so y'all gonna get schooled. It was like one of the first groundbreaking 3D, I guess 3D animated.
It was Canadian.
Canadian,
pinnacle.
yes.
Oh,
And
what?
I didn't know this, but after Reboot, something with finances, and they went on to become Pixar and DreamWorks. So congrats to
shit.
Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like that team that did. It was the guys from the States who were doing Beast Wars and Beasties. And then they went on to be, I think, DreamWorks, and then it was the Reboot team that went on to be Pixar. I'm pretty
I
sure.
tried to rewatch Beasties recently, and it has not aged well. It has aged
No,
so
it is
badly.
a boxy mess.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah, they did better on Reboot for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And
Did
they did the
Reboot
third one,
get a
Shadow
reboot?
Raiders.
Your cat is stealing the
Remember that
show.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your cat is so
Don't do that.
cute.
This is Mr. Chair. Sorry, I didn't mean to like steal the show with all my side stuff here. Here's my cat and my VHS projects.
So can I ask a question for everyone if that's okay? And we'll just like call in you delegate next screen to next screen.
Okay.
What is your biggest goal for this year? Like, have you set one? Do you have like a major deadline that you would like to achieve at least before Christmas? Like, what are you guys saying?
Jolie, you start.
My goal is to get bands like you guys onto 97.7 Hits FM and put fucking metal on the mainstream radio. That's
Right.
my goal.
Yes.
Since I've been having this job at Hits FM, one of my biggest goals was to have metal on the station. I've always, because we always hear rock and these, mainstream stuff on the radio, and we hear metal once in a while, but it's like,
oh, we're gonna play Enter Sandman.
What was it?
fuck
My
that.
friend, what was it
So-
again? I'm writing it down so I contact you. It was what was the numbers?
97.7 Hits.
Pardon?
90.
Oh, yeah, 97.7 Hits FM. Yeah, that's the radio station I work at.
Okay.
It's like the main rock station for here.
Yeah, it's like a rock
Okay.
station.
It's like a similar thing that Jesse's doing over at Dave FM in Kitchener. It's just
Yes.
she's come in and just been promoting the local KW metal scene.
Yeah.
She's been like oozing Raider. And she's just been doing an awesome job for the scene, drawing more attention where like the rock that radio station only really ever promoted like Monster Truck before.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
God.
sure. That makes sense. Yeah, we play a lot of Monster Truck, but I just want to get more just good local stuff. I already got Litharo on there. I've got Raider and Crimson Shadows and stuff like that.
Where is Litharo? Where are those kids?
They're practicing. I already messaged them.
Oh, the privilege of getting together
Oh.
with your band. Oh.
Well, that's me
No,
later
it's great.
tonight. That's what I'm prepping for.
Oh, brilliant.
First band practice since COVID. So
Yeah. Colin, can you send me a list of everybody, like what band is all in this chat, so I can go take a look and listen later
Of
today?
course, we'll do.
Thank you. Yeah, just send me in like a chat, like what everybody's. Man, I could ask you all right now, but I'm sure I'll probably forget. So just like send me like a list or something. I'll go take a look.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll make sure to do that.
Is everybody from Niagara or Ontario or some people from out west?
I'm in Mississauga.
Mississauga?
Well,
Oshawa.
Well, cool. Oshawa, sweet.
K-dubs.
Wiggity.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Okay.
A lot of good metal in Canada.
90s TV, Alex.
Yeah.
What?
Your goal.
Question.
You want to know about my 90s TV? Don't talk to my baby like that.
Just answer Lindsay's question.
About what? About the 90s TV?
No.
Oh, what's your goal for the end of the year?
I don't care about your TV no more.
The question. Oh, the year. Okay, wait. I was
Your
getting
goal. What's your goal,
my
babe?
goal for the end of the year. I thought it was like ask me about the 90s TV. I was like,
What's the TV's goal for the end of the year?
To not break.
Not break. Get carried by one human.
So my goal for the end of the year. So there are a few, but the main goal for the end of the year is to finish our album and to release this album when it's ready. But the ultimate goal is to make the music as good as it possibly can be. And that means making sure the production is on point, the musicianship is great. All of the steps are taken care of, like getting the physical albums ready, building our email list, making sure that our Facebook is engaging. We also have to get an Instagram up, which we haven't done that yet, but we've been focusing on Facebook mainly.
You don't have an Instagram. What is wrong with you, boy?
I tried tagging you, it didn't work.
Get a
2
band. Tinder.
seconds. I'll be your,
Tinder.
I'll be your. No, that's a big no. That is a
Do we
no.
want to play a show? Swipe
Ban
or swipe?
Tinder accounts.
Alex,
Oh
if
my
you ban
god.
your
Yo,
account
join us on
open today,
OnlyFans.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay.
I'll open the CD booklet if you Venmo me $10.
Ooh.
Okay, Sam from Astaroth.
What am I planning? So right now we're finishing up writing our full-length album, and it will be done this year. I'll have all the time in the world since I don't have to go anywhere. And we're gonna finish writing the full-length album. I have some cool features on the album that I will reveal once it's the right time to do so. And besides that, I'm teaching myself this course. So me and Alex are actually on the same course. And yeah, just trying to teach myself e-commerce marketing and how to set up everything myself. I have Lindsay and a few other friends helping me out, like the course teachers and stuff. That's great. But I kind of want to do all of this independently. So I have a lot of stuff to learn. So once I'm learning that, my goal is to finish it by the end of the year. I also have 2 mini launches planned. So we may release new music this year. or we may hold it off so that I can release an album next year. But I do plan on 2 small releases that I think will work well. I've been working on building myself my own website and my own shop, so I've been taking time to like learn how to do all that stuff. So I should be able to launch both this month, and then moving forward, I actually am planning a stream show for myself. Kind of like Colin, you have your Thrashers Paradise, so I kind of have not like yours, but something planned for so that I can stay online and we all talk about engagement and keeping our pages active. So that's basically my goal for that. So to keep my page active, since I'm in other bands too, I can also invite over my other bandmates and kind of keep everybody in the loop, because I find the more you're connected with all your band members, the better you work together. And you may think that, yes, we're friends, we're making music together, but there could be disconnection that will happen if you don't, are not thorough and transparent with each other and are not in each other's heads. You need to really like work together to be able to create music and actually put it into action. Like, what are we doing? Some people may have different ideas. You want to, get all that out on the board so you can make the best possible decision together. So yeah, just like keeping up with all the different band members. Besides Astaroth, I'm working on IMR's second full-length album, which Dylan majorly takes care of most of the writing with Tyler. Spencer is working on orchestration for Astaroth and IMR both. So we're trying to finish all the orchestration for those both. And there's another project that I had come up to me that's probably going to pick up next year, but I've started writing and recording for that. And there's 2 or 3 guest features that I'm working on currently, so I have to get those done. And a couple more things that I'm not fully sure of. So anyways, there's a lot going on, and I'm just like trying to make sure that everything goes in order and schedule. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I kind of have a tentative date for what I want to do for the rest of the year, and whether COVID happens or not, I plan to stay on schedule. So I'll just release and do whatever I need to do, however I need to do. So yeah.
Okay, Dave, your turn.
Well, I thought it went sort of in order on screen here.
It's going in order of my screen because Linsay asked me to.
Oh, okay. So I'm seeing someone right next to Sam. I thought I was all the way at the end here.
Everybody's different.
Okay.
Oh no, you didn't have time to plan your answer.
I haven't finished my coffee here. I guess.
When the teacher goes in reverse alphabetical order.
Oh God.
Oh, my anxiety.
No, not at all. No, not at all. So I do, I pretty much always have a lot on the go. I've been working for myself pretty much since I finished school. Just kind of always been self-driven when it comes to work. Band too, a lot of it just kind of overlaps with that. But I've been in business for myself for a little while right now, and I'm looking to take on a partner to sort of expand. So there's a couple people in the city right now. I'm just sort of feeling out, seeing if we have skills that complement each other, and that we can just kind of grow and just honestly just really just blow this up. I need someone that's got that drive, that's looks at things like there's no ceiling, no limit. Let's just make this as big as possible, and we can do a lot of this remotely. So work-wise, I'm looking at that. It requires a ton of hours and a ton of time, but nothing I'm not used to. And of course, with Experiment Specimen, I'm still relatively new to that band. We played, with myself in the band, probably 4 or 5 shows, but how to release setup, of course, it's set back, but we're going to work on more material. So we're probably looking at releasing maybe 2 short albums, 2 EPs, whenever this is all settled. Aside from that, I think that's pretty well it for now. There was another band that I was considering, but I think I got a lot on my plate, and it's been a while since I felt very inspired in a band that I've been in, where I'm just, every song I play, I just really have a feel for it, and I really look forward to it. And this other band or couple of bands I was considering, I don't really have that there. I feel like I really have that with Experiment Specimen, so I'm gonna focus on that for quite a while.
Okay, Kyle.
I have a lot planned. So sorry if it takes me a while to get through. So my indie punk band, where we're finishing up our first EP, so we're trying to get that out by the end of the year. That'll be our first music out in the public besides a single. Then for Hounskull, we're really trying to get album 3 fully recorded and either ready to release for the beginning of next year or even trying to get it out this year. Then I want to finish writing album 4, which is a double album. We have 10 songs written. We need 8 more to finish it out. So I want to get that finished so that by the time we're done recording album 3, we can immediately start recording album 4. And try to get any of my music in any way pressed on vinyl. I collect vinyl, and so far none of my stuff is on vinyl, and that's like a huge goal for me. I don't think that'll happen by the end of the year, but fingers crossed, maybe. And then I am working on a secret project with one of my buddies. It's just me and him. He's doing drums, I'm doing bass, and then we're adding like synth and random percussion, Foley work. Like it's going to be very like Frank Zappa inspired, old prog stuff and avant-garde like Camel, and he loves Mr. Bungle, so we're throwing some stuff like that in there, and it's going to be all over the place. So we have already gotten like 40 minutes of ideas recorded. We're just like working through it now and trying to sequence it all up because it's going to be very weird and very non-traditional. So maybe that could be done by the end of the year, but it really depends on when we're actually able to get together and fully work on and hash out the ideas. That's about it.
Awesome.
Cecile?
Yeah, so I have quite a few plans for the rest of the year as well. We actually had a few plans that, as I mentioned, were kind of put on pause once things started to develop in right now. So more immediately, I want to finish up some of those paused plans that we have as soon as we're able. The guys and I were actually slated to do some video shoots. I had just come back from vacation when this all sort of started to happen, and we had that like ready to go, but unfortunately with all of the restrictions with social distancing, we couldn't all film together, and that was the original plan. So we had to put that on hold, and I'm hoping to get back to that as soon as possible. We had recorded a few cover recordings that we were hoping to release as well, and then also do some video shoots for those releases to support them. So all of that is still definitely on the table. We want to get to doing that as soon as possible. I also started working on the concept and some initial writing for a follow-up album to my album Genesis. So for the rest of the year, I'm going to continue to work on just finishing off those early recordings. I do all of my own orchestration, arranging, and production work on my own. So working on that, and then bringing my guys in to do all the session work for me. So remotely probably is the way that we'll be going, but that's the plan for the next release cycle that will hopefully take us into 2021. As I mentioned, we were also planning to do some touring and also some like promotional appearances. I've been working really closely with Sunrise Records across Canada for the past year or so. So I really hope to be able to get back into working with them. We're going to be doing some social media collaborations, filming some things in their stores, going to different locations across the province. So once that's possible again, I'm really looking forward to it. And just creating new material, getting back to working in the same room with my guys. I really miss them. And, just being able to collaborate the way that we used to, because we always had such a good time. And being able to play those once the coast is clear for that, and being able to hook up with Linsay again and, try to make that happen again. I think it's like everybody has been saying, it will definitely look different, the closer we get to reopening and trying to get back to some sense of normal. But I think having a good balance of what we're setting up right now with a lot of virtual online concert experiences, it will probably still continue to be relevant even later on. And like a lot of you probably do, we have a lot of listeners from Europe and from different parts of the world. So I think this time, of people really starting to get into virtual performances is a good way to connect with those people and bring them in and help them to feel included when, a lot of times it's really easy to just focus on local shows, national appearances, things like that. So yeah, we're going to continue to focus on both of those avenues and try to make the most of it that we can. Oh, and I'm going to finish school probably in December.
Hey!
Yay! So I'll be done with it and I'll be able to just focus on music, hopefully, once that's all finished. So.
Awesome. Linsay,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh, cool. Well, I thought I was gonna be the last one. Okay. Let's see. Shoot. Well, I really want to finish this harp album and just release it. Usually, there's this pressure to kind of like every next album is bigger and bigger and more fans. And I actually did this totally as a passion project for my fans, and future fans can check the back catalog and be like, oh, there's this weird different thing that happened. So that's a big goal. The other big goal is some of you may or may not know, I'm in a black metal band called Antiqua with Zen from Navel of Ascaris. And we got really drunk in Rome. And that's how all good stories start. We got like wasted and we're like, let's start a band. And like literally, like here we are 5 years later. So it's almost written and I'm one of the main composers. So it's like I have to kind of push that machine forward. So that's what, once I'm done a bunch of guest vocals by next week, that's going to be my full commitment. I'm just hoping to finish composing it for the end of the year. We were supposed to do a single, then COVID happened. So like the studio shut down. Bless our drummer got locked out of her drum room, which was like really, she's playing drums again. Thank God. I feel for drummers during this. I really do. Yeah, so that's like the big thing there. And also my record label is pretty much a fully functioning record label at this point. The only thing that has been like a massive pain in the arse is royalties. So there's like certain laws in Canada put in place on how much I owe people and how to pay them out. And, SOCAN can only do so much. So I'm learning a lot right now about publishing and royalties, and my brain freaking hurts because it's like the most boring, uncreative thing you could do. But again, it's all about like you're going to build something. You got to build it through integrity. So luckily, the people I owe royalties to are just like, whatever, like, pay me when you can, and I'm very blessed to be in that position because they could be right up a-holes and be like, give me my money, so they've been patient. But the thing is, because of everything shut down, it's hard to get a hold of these people to like get them to review your paperwork on your payout and make sure the numbers are right. Because let's be real, like as a musician, like me and numbers are not friends. I'm especially not a prog musician, so that's not happening. Yeah, so those are just like the major goals, and honestly just a little personal mantra to make the best of this. Like even though it's such a strange, weird time right now, just every day waking up and being like, okay, like can't leave the house, I can't see X, Y, and Z, like so how am I gonna make the best of today? And that's essentially up until Christmas, and then Christmas, and give a crap about anything but seeing your fam and getting drunk and eating. So yeah. Okay, who's next?
We'll do Chris Rowland now.
Yeah, so I kind of got two things on the go right now. So I got my own thing that I'm in the midst of recording. I think I got one more drum session of recording. I'm getting the drummer for Nepenthe to record it for me. It's more of a kind of like a black metal type thing. Then with Nepenthe, we're finishing up the mixes for our EP, and then we'll be going on to recording a covers EP of songs that kind of that tie us together a lot. So there's gonna be like a Woods cover on there. There'll be of Wand of the Wind, like maybe like a Death in June cover, and then an Ulver cover. So we're gonna be trying to get that done some before October time, and then have that released sometime soon. So tonight's going to be our night of starting to learn the covers, starting to rehearse again for our live EP release. So our plans are fairly things that we want to put into action immediately. So what we achieve by the end of the year will be whatever we come up next after this.
Okay.
So,
now,
yeah.
am I supposed to answer this too?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. What are your goals?
What
for
are
Thrashers
your
Paradise?
goals, man? Yeah.
Still be breathing tomorrow.
Good one.
All seriousness, this year's just been amazing for the channel. Just being able to even interview Brittany from Unleash the Archers, John Keeble, Warbringer, and even Conan from Ex Mortis just means the world. So if I can continue to keep getting some bigger name artists, that'd be great. But I still want to interview so many other independent bands like Six of Swords, Terrifier, Linsay Schoolcraft, who I'm still waiting to email me back from.
No, listen, I can't afford my assistant right now. Okay, I'm so sorry, but yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oops.
It's all good.
Yo, I deserve that. I totally deserve that because I've been like, ooh, the wonderful world of songwriting. Avoid all responsibility. Like that's been the last 3 months, so it's okay.
It's totally cool. Just message me when you're ready to do it, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, man.
I just want to get 500 subscribers before the end of the year. We're almost at 300 now, which is awesome. And just, whatever else I can do. And hopefully, if I'm lucky.
More beer reviews.
Yeah. Oh, you like those?
I do.
Oh, thank you.
I also want you to review terrible, just the bottom of the barrel. Get beer. Get the no-name brand. I want to see those reviews too.
No name brand beer.
Yeah. Just
have you not seen my review of sour beers?
Oh,
no,
Is there any that you like?
Don't tell me you rip on sour beers. I love them.
I say in all the videos for the sour beers, it's not for me, but give it a try.
Colin, can you watch Reboot and film the reaction? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My dad's name is Mr. Boops. Okay, I said Reboot.
Colin, when all this is over, we'll get together and we'll watch Reboot together. Okay.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Will there be alcohol involved?
100%.
Okay, then I am down, and we'll record our reaction.
Every time the bad guy shows up, you drink.
Sounds good. We will do.
Every time they overact, we drink.
Got it. Every time we want to drink, we just drink.
Ooh,
Hey, so that's my type of drinking.
Okay, now last but not least, Chris.
Hey,
that one.
Yeah, this Chris. You stay out of this other Chris. No, you know what? Just wanted to get back into the studio. I've been self-teaching myself drums the last year and a half. All I have here is a kick pedal, so I've gotten really good at that. But just doing that. Otherwise, just trying to support my friends' bands and my friends' projects every way I can. Digging these Bandcamp Fridays when they do them. Just give me your merch, give me your shirts, give me your CDs. Please, I buy, you know. Mm-hmm. And working on mountains of VHS stuff and my real red-paying job. So no major goals, just like survive day to day, make every day beautiful, make people around me smile as much as I can, and survive, you know? Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I hope all of our goals are able to be accomplished by the end of this year, and we're able to set some new, even better goals the next year, and we can complete those too.
Yeah, we'll reconvene and see if everyone's goals were accomplished.
Yes.
We'll just shame it.
Smart goal.
We'll just shame anyone who didn't.
Oh, great.
Shame! Shame! You should have done it! Shame!
Alex, if you don't have that Instagram by Christmas, I swear to God.
And now for our next segment, did Linsay email back?
No.
Alex, you actually post very often on your Facebook. So if you have an Instagram and Twitter account, you can actually just post on on Instagram. You can link your Facebook and Twitter, and it auto posts to all three platforms at the same time.
It's blessed. It is.
So it reduces your work by so much.
Amazing.
And you can get exposure in all three platforms in one post.
Yeah, it's just a matter of we want to get the music done first, so that's been the primary focus. But then we're going to get the website, the shop up, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the cuckoo clock.
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh God, no.
I need to make a
The
website.
Venmo,
Go to
OnlyFans, the band's
shutterstock.com/Kyle.
Tinder.
We should make that an actual app, actually, though.
Can it be like for booking shows? Like, yes, I want to play with this band. Don't want to play with that band. Will play with this band.
Swipe left to approve band.
Yeah.
Swipe right.
How tall is the tallest member of your band? It's important.
Yeah.
He's 6'2".
Does your band have its own van?
So, but realistically, for next year, I would love to be able to play with Sam, with Astaroth Incarnate, and Alex's. I'm blanking on your band's name, but the way you described it, it sounds right up our alley. I'd love to come out Toronto, or you guys come out here. We were
hell yeah, man!
We were supposed to
totally
play with
welcome
like
to
a.
do that.
We were supposed to play with a Flock Named Murder and a couple other Toronto bands.
Ryan's band, yeah.
Like a little while back, but that got canceled. Like the week that it shut down everything, that Friday was supposed to be when we were playing with them.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I need all of you guys, if you're ever in the area or if we're ever in your area, shoot us a message or we'll shoot you a message. We should all hang or something like that. Got to grow the community. We're all in this
Actually, yeah,
together.
man, I'm totally down for it. I'm like itching to fucking play shows again, so I'm doing whatever I can so I don't blow up internally or whatever.
Can I ask you all a question that every musician or most people can actually like answer confidently?
Sure.
Okay. What's it like playing a show? I've never played a show before.
Really?
It smells. It's hot.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Hey, don't
It's hot.
Never played a show.
Like I've done roadie and tech work, and it is hot and it is heavy, and you're exhausted at the end of it. And
Drink lots of water.
some guy keeps saying 6 set, bro.
Dude, what gear do you use? What gear? What pedals are those, man?
What pedal? Dude, I'm just a roadie. I don't know. I plug it in and pray.
Yo, those old case patch cables, yo, they're so much better.
Dude, are those Planet Waves, man?
It's really funny Lindsay says that you smell because that's what I feel like. That's my
Dude, that's how I feel
after
every time I go in
set
the mosh pit.
because of all the shit that
You
I'm
feel it
wearing.
in
I'm
your
like,
bones.
Play in a
I don't know how
band
I feel.
that has like leather made outfits. No, like these people are extremely hopeless on even doing their laundry. It's just not.
Latex
I wonder what band
masks.
When you
Latex
dress like a
masks
Cenobite
suck.
from Hellraiser.
My band's new costumes for live are fucking LARP costumes, so they've been like out in the fields, like being sweated and.
What are you, like Sierra? No, not Sierra. Fuck. What was that?
War?
Oh, from Edmonton. No. There was like a power metal band from Edmonton
I mean,
area.
Shredmonton.
Shredmonton. Oh.
So like I play Eddie in our local Iron Maiden cover band, and there's like,
you're Eddie.
Yeah, I'm Eddie.
Oh,
and
jeez.
we use a latex mask, and like I have to wear that thing for
no.
1, maybe 2 songs, and I can't breathe, I can't see shit. It's a million degrees. Sam, I can only imagine how you do it. Like
Yeah, like I said,
stuff.
everybody that
Like-
comes to me and wants to hug me is
Yeah.
like,
yeah. It's
Sam,
just
I
like,
love you, but you smell after you get off the stage.
I know very well.
Baby.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to, it's like a territorial thing. You need to mark
Yeah.
that you're like, they're this guy in this band. And oh to Sam. Oh to
Yeah,
Demon.
the I'm in a band smell.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Sam.
It's okay. It's okay. I know it myself. It's like all these corpse paint bands with all this leather and shit go through the same thing. They're just like, oh man, that locker room.
No, so what I'm saying, Alex, okay, so there's a few things. Like, again, I'll tell you my advice and why I've failed at it in the past, but why it's a good idea, but also not in certain situations. When you make your stage outfits, right? Make sure they're made of thin material. So I went into one album cycle thinking this is a great idea, and then a certain lead singer thought it'd be a brilliant idea to film a music video in an old locker hangar for airplanes in the middle of winter, and that's one of the times I almost died. So anyways, get light material, also work out, because the live stage is so different from a music video. And when I did that last music video, it was like Drake's personal filmographer, and I'm like, I can't let this guy down. Like, I really have to prove myself. the next day I couldn't get out of bed. My boyfriend was next to me and I'm like, I feel like I went to the gym for a week straight. Like, it's awful. Like, get your neck strong so you can windmill and not give yourself.
Take lessons from Corpse Grinder.
Yeah. Wear shirts that are longer than you think that they are.
I just have to say, Corpse Grinder, like he's a personal homie, and all the memes about him, I text them to him, and it's just,
nice.
He thinks it's fucking amazing, but it's so funny because he's like the most brutal, iconic death metal vocalist, but he talks really high like this all the time.
Yeah.
Well, once
He's
I found
so
out he played
sweet.
World of Warcraft, I was like, okay, this guy's like a teddy bear.
Yeah, no, he's just like he's so sweet. But anyways, what I was gonna say though, quickly, it is the greatest feeling on the place of the planet. I get depressed some nights because I'm like, I'm not on stage with Antiqua right now, and it's life changing. And it's like when you're on stage, it's always, in my opinion, you go through 90% of all this stuff and you're like, why am I doing this? I'm a musician. But for that 10% that you do what you love, that 90% is worth it. So when you're on stage, like, you're gonna come out of your first show and you're gonna be like, this is my purpose in life. This is amazing. This is why I will keep doing all that 90%, like spending my whole week on goddamn Shopify. that 10% of being on stage and being the epic being that you are, like putting on a show for people and being a vessel of creativity. So you're going to be fine. You got me. Just please start working out your neck, because I've actually had whiplash. I went to a doctor and she's like, you have whiplash. And I'm like, okay, well, I fucked up. So don't do that. Just
wear earplugs.
So is there like a strategy to like still get the same effect without swinging your neck around, or do you got to do it?
No, you're actually, it's like a full back movement. It's like you're like, legs part tight kind of thing, and you're just like, you're going, but you're literally actually, Sam, you know what I'm talking about. You're conducting it with your lower back. It's actually,
like your shoulders are going with it.
It comes from.
Who asked that question?
Yeah.
You still get the same.
Alex, Alex, you haven't played a show yet?
I haven't played a show yet.
Here's my advice to headbang. Grow your hair.
Funniest thing I've ever seen.
It acts like a cushion somehow.
Yeah,
Like,
Alex.
hair
If you wanna like headbanging tips, I can help you out. Like basically, when I windmill or headbang, I had to give this to Sergio sometimes because he will windmill like his neck's gonna come off, and then he'll be like, I can't move after. Like, bro, like you can calm down. It's okay. Windmilling is more like a body movement, so you're not rotating your head. You're more like rotating your body in a sitting position.
So it sounds like
keep your back straight.
Yeah, it's like working out. You know when they tell you like when you're lifting weights, keep your back straight and then do your lifts. So
it's like
when
a plank of wood, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of keep that when you're doing that.
When it comes to growing the hair, take care of it, because then you end up having to take off more than what you expected.
Get one of these. It's called a Tangle Tamer. I learned this from Simone from Epica.
What's that?
It's a Tangle Tamer, and it's a very. You can get it at Sally's Beauty Supply. I know y'all.
I go to
maybe never walk
Sally's.
in there.
I always go to Sally's.
I can
Hey,
tell by
everyone,
your
hair
beautiful
product
hair.
talk.
No,
I
seriously,
always go there.
$13. And this
13,
saved,
not bad.
when I had that long
Okay.
green hair, this saved my hair from balding. Get a Tangle Tamer.
Okay, thank you.
I need that because every time I like play a show, I'm like I have like an afro on my head. I can't.
Me too. Mine gets really like.
Yeah, I've got the curls, so
dreadlocks.
they just become a
Mine-
nightmare.
At least
Mine
all of
will
your
turn
guys'
into, like,
hair.
a single dread.
Okay, so I think I'm the only one here with like short hair, but I
Yeah,
don't.
you get away with
You forgot about Dave.
Short hair guy is like, every short hair guy on stage is like,
Oh yeah, the funniest thing I've ever seen was Blind Guardian doing that. Like Hansi from Blind Guardian standing there like trying to windmill, and he's got the shortcut, like not even like a little bit of movement. It's like rock solid up there.
It's like that scene from that one Nick Cage movie where he's just dressed as the priest and it's just
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh, face off.
Face off, yeah.
So like random other long hair question I have. So when you're growing out your hair, is there like some sort of strategy that you need to keep in mind? Because when
No.
like my barber,
Don't cut it.
he was like,
Yeah,
if you,
don't-
Good.
Good
my
one.
barber said, if you come in with long ass hair, I'm gonna cut off half of it anyway. And I was like, why the fuck would you do that? And he was like, because
Absolutely not. You
Find a
only
different
need to
barber.
you only need to get a trim every. If you want 3 to 4 months, you can push it up to 6 months if you use proper product. Just use good shampoos and conditioner, and if it feels like it's drying out,
Just put some coconut oil on it, and then just like let it sit there, and then wash it off.
And Alex, my one advice too as well is become good friends with a hat.
Yes.
Because it helps train your hair to go backwards. Like my hair was like yours, where it like kind of goes down and like in front of my forehead a little bit like that. So I had to train it to go back, and then I wore a hat a lot.
Yeah.
Also, just brushing it will help train it, like stay in that
It's like
direction.
greasing.
Chris
I
is
have to
like,
like
yeah, I got
keep my beard like
longer.
straight. You have to
So when I get
continuously.
older, I'm gonna have to start pushing it back like this.
Yeah. You're gonna have an awkward phase. You're gonna look like Dave Grohl. For
Yeah. There's the phase where it's not long enough to go behind the ears, so you just look like an emo kid.
As long as you
Yeah,
don't have
pretty
the
much.
Vegeta hairline, you're good.
Vegeta.
I want Vegeta hairline. I want like.
Yeah.
Guys, I would love to talk about hair with you like for hours longer, but today is my beloved mother's birthday, so yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to your mom.
Happy birthday to your mom.
So I have to go. Thanks, guys. I have to go.
Thank you for being
Bye.
here, though.
Nice chatting. Thanks
It was
for the
wonderful to
insight.
meet you.
So great to see all of you. Good luck with everything this year. Colin, you should do this once a month for Ontario metal musicians.
Yeah, I'm down.
Seriously,
Colin. This is cool.
I think this is
I'm
really
down.
good for everyone because coming out of this right now, y'all inspired me. So cheers. Like I really appreciate it. Okay, but
Yeah,
anyway,
dude.
everybody
Alright.
have
Down.
a great weekend. Take care.
Bye.
You
See you
too.
later.
Bye, Lindsay.
All right.
Cheers.
See you guys. All the
And
best.
that's
See
the
ya.
perfect time for me to leave as well. I've got to take off. So I'm also going to Lindsay's mom's birthday. Wish me luck.
I'm gonna go bike there as well. I'm gonna
All
bike
right.
to Lindsay's mom's birthday party.
We'll see you there.
Right. I'm
Bye,
gonna
everyone.
run
It was
off to
good to
band
meet all of
practice
you
now.
who I
Good to meet
haven't
everyone.
met. I
Bye,
miss
everyone.
you all.
Goodbye. Is this
That's all.
it?
That's it.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
And Colin, send me the list of everybody's band
I
that was
will.
in this
Yes,
chat. So I
yes.
can
I
Actually,
got
yeah,
it.
Colin, why don't you
Everyone
do
else-
that? Why
everyone
don't
else
you
figure it out?
post a link for everyone's bands
Okay.
and their Facebook names so that
Yes.
all of us can find everyone.
Yeah,
if
maybe we can do
don't
like a
have them on
group
our
chat.
list.
Yeah,
that's-
group
that's-
Yeah,
Yes,
and then
I'll
that would
do
be easy
that.
to coordinate for another go.
Yeah, I'm cool with that,
Okay.
Colin.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
do that. I'll make sure everything gets set up. And remember, this whole thing was recorded, so it's going to be on YouTube.
Ah!
Oh,
You should be pacing around my
Remember that ahead
house.
of time?
Just be me awkwardly working on my bass.
Yes. No, Chris.
Oh,
I started recording when it was just you and me.
yeah.
Oh jeez, you had that. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
we had
And this
the
won't be
romantic
edited.
predate.
Oh no.
By the way,
Oh, yeah.
Colin,
That's beautiful.
Wait, my mom's gonna see this.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, beer. You got a beer that you got to review just because it's very cliched. I don't know if you can see this on camera here.
Nickelbrook.
Oh, Metalhead.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you can find it, Royal City Brewery, smoked honey.
Okay.
It's pretty damn good. It's a brewery from Guelph, but it's good stuff.
I was actually thinking
Okay.
about getting some Jack. There's a honey Jack that I'm like.
Honey,
Ooh,
honey
yeah.
Jack is dangerous, man.
I see that,
yeah,
and I
I'm
just
good.
like
Nickelbrook. I have Nickelbrook.
no.
Yeah.
I got fucked up
I'll
on mead
wait.
before, so I don't do honey.
I'll
Okay.
stick to my copper pot, thank you.
But the beautiful thing about mead is there's no sulfites, so there's no hangover.
Yeah, that's true. I did puke out of my friend's car for so long that it died and it needed to get jumped, though. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, I got nothing.
going.
Bye, everybody.
All right,
Goodbye,
guys. I'm
everyone.
gonna go
Nice
too.
chat.
Go for this bike ride.
All right.
Thank you.
I love
Nice
you
to meet
all.
everybody.
That's all.
Bye,
That's it.
everyone.
See ya.
All right.
That's
Bye.
all,
Yeah.
folks.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I leave? Oh, there we go.
Click up on that
Come on,
left
Dad.
sheet.
Click the red button.
You click the end button.
All right. Ciao, everyone.
Okay. Ciao.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Colin.
Bye. You're welcome.
Bye, Alex. We'll hang out and talk TVs soon.
Yeah, man. See you later,
Yeah.
Tate.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. And to everyone watching this at home, thank you so much for checking out this lovely video. We'll be back with another one of these very soon. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure to check out everyone that was part of it. From let me list from Nepenthe to Linsay Schoolcraft to Cecile Monique, Lotek Cruiser, Hounskull, Shadoccult, Specimen, Duskwalker, I forget the name of Alex's band, but Alex's band. Varius, Joey's also part of that band. Truent, who joined, Spence, who was with us earlier from BC. Marty from Shadoccult. Just make sure to get Hounskull. How can I forget? Just thank you so much, everyone, for watching this. Make sure to tune in next time for the next one when we do this again. Oh my God, we did it on 666. No, 669. Anyways, till next time, everyone, keep on thrashing and enjoy your days.